Hello, my name is Samuel, and I'm starting a new podcast called 51st Parallel. Here I invite different people with their own stories and backgrounds. I consider it to be a wonderful opportunity for all of us to meet these incredible people from all around the world and learn how we can embrace our differences. Because hey, we all live here in Wroclaw and we need to communicate to understand each other better. I would also like to mention that I am recording from a studio at Radio Luz, LUZ, on campus of Wroclaw University of Science and Technology. Probably that is all I wanted to say in this short announcement, so without further ado, let's get to the first episode of this podcast. Let's go! Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm joined by two special guests. Let me introduce you to Oskar.
Hello.
And Mateusz.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast. I want to say that both of these gentlemen who are sitting next to me, they are also studying at Wroclaw University of Science and Technology. But the reason I invited them here is because they are also members of one very important organization here on campus. And this organization is called Student Council. So let's talk about that. Well, first, let's just meet each other and let our listeners understand who I'm talking to. So let me ask you, Mateusz, what do you study here?
I study applied computer science on W4.
Okay, great. And what about you, Oskar?
So I study aerospace engineering at the Faculty of Mechanical and Power Engineering. It's W9.
Wow, that's actually interesting, because I'm also studying that. And of course I know Oskar, we're in the same group, so yeah, I just wanted you to say that. Okay, I have another question for you, Mateusz. How would you describe in a few words what you do there in Students' Council, of course, not in not in your department?
I do kind of a lot of things, but the main thing I do is I'm in the section of culture and projects, and there I am a guy who does all the human resources work. I take care of people. I check their presence on the meetings, and also I do some integrations for them so that we can meet each other better.
Okay, I see. So is it only for new students or for some that have recently joined you there?
The integrations are for all of us because we need to meet each other, especially the new people who that came to us, because they don't know actually anyone, but also they need to meet us, people who are there for a while, and just to make some events. If you want to make a good event, it's good for you to know each other. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Communication is key, as they say. Let me just ask you, Oskar. Do you think that this organization, namely Student Council, is important, and how important it is, if you think so?
Yeah, in my opinion, it's very important because it provides us a lot of things, like we can protect students' rights, we can create events for students to integrate, to have fun, to meet new people, and I think every now university have something like that. Every university has student council. So I think it's very important for us to have something like that and to tell about ourselves.
Yeah, I believe it is true. So you've mentioned some events. You said that you also organize them. So what are these? Can you name some?
Yeah, for example, with Mateusz, we organized Dni Zero, Day Zero in English, I can say. It was for introduction new students to the university. It's 2 days. In this year was 2 days of integration to trip around Wroclaw and just showing how university works.
Oh, okay. That's actually great. New students come in and they have a chance to just familiarize themselves with the city and with the university. So as far as I understand, during these 2 days they have different let's say they go somewhere here in Wroclaw, right? Like to some museums or just on the streets to see the, let's say, architecture or just to feel this city better, right?
Yeah, the history of Wrocław, you can see, like, in Wrocław we have, I can say, old buildings, but they are historical, because Wrocław was, I can say, never destroyed in something.
Yeah, I've heard it.
So Wrocław have a very strong history, I can say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, it is a beautiful city. I can definitely agree with that. I mean, the first time I saw it, I liked it. So, yeah, I still like it. So don't worry. Okay, let's. I guess we can talk a little bit more about Dni Zero. Day zero in English with you, Mateusz. So can you add some details, maybe?
I mean, it's not that much that I can add because Oskar.
Yeah, basically we covered all the things.
Yeah.
So yeah, but maybe I don't know. Have you participated in these days?
I mean, yeah, we are. I mean, I was.
I mean, as a student, of course. Like
of course. The first year I couldn't participate in the Day Zero because actually there was a COVID-19 times and the event. I mean, we didn't do this event, but at the second year I participated, and it was really great time because I could meet some interesting people, and I still have contact to them so it was really a great event for me, and it's the event that actually started my journey with the Students' Council. After that I joined the Students' Council, and a year later I was the one of the few people that organized actually this event with Oskar. That was a really great time that you could like. You was the participant of the Day Zero, and the year after you organize it for people to.
That's interesting, definitely. So in a way, we can say that inspired you, right?
Exactly.
To join the student council. Wow. Okay, so what are some other events, Oskar? Can you give us more examples?
For example, now we are creating a PWR party.
And by the way, who don't know, PWR is just an abbreviation for like Wrocław University of Science and Technology, but in Polish, because it's Politechnika Wrocławska.
Yeah, so we are creating I can say one in mouth party. Now I can say it can be 2 times in the mouth. It's party for students.
Okay.
It's
so
completely
basically
free.
anyone can come, right?
Yeah, everybody
What
can
about
come.
teachers? I mean, like professors.
I don't think they can go there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they're interested in that. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, so it's it's simple party in the club. We have it's on Thursdays, and we just organize it. Club just invite us, and we have just a good time. Everybody can come. Students. It's to students.
Is it for free for students?
Yeah, if you have student card, it's free. But sometimes they don't check it, I can say. But yeah, if you have that, you can go free there.
So what was it again? Thursday, right?
Thursday,
okay. So basically, take your student ID and go there on Thursday. Yeah. Twice a month, right?
Twice, once, it depends.
Okay.
But on the Facebook of Student Council,
You post some information there. Yeah, sure. So it is useful to check this page sometimes. And also, you've mentioned something like the international relationship section that is responsible for that. They also cooperate with Erasmus program,
they have
right?
They have connection with that, and they, I can say, tag with each other. I mentioned earlier the Power Party. A year ago we have connected party with Erasmus, and that was Power Party plus Erasmus plus party, and so we organized something with them. And back to the days of student activity. Erasmus, for example, they have their place and show they can join you. You can join them. I can say.
Sure. Okay. Or maybe they can join us. All right, let's
yeah. And we have fun with them, I can say. I know people that are in there and they have fun. They really love working with international students.
I see. And just to be clear, I'm pretty sure that most of our listeners know what Erasmus is, but again, just to be clear, Erasmus is a program where some students from different countries, they can visit another country and study for a little while in another university, basically. Yeah, so that is sort of exchange program, something like that.
I think in the
For
Wroclaw.
how long is it? Like, is it 3 months?
The change, I can say it depends because
I see.
my friend now it's in Italy
Mhm.
for 6 months, but I heard there are some terms like 1 year or maybe shorter. I can't say exactly how
Mhm.
many.
I see, it depends.
Because I am not part. I was part, I can say, in high school or something like that, but it was on another scale. I was thinking about doing something like that, but later when I pass a lot of exams and I have free time to think when I can do something like this.
Yeah, makes sense. I've also heard that we have some events with some cultural agencies and scientific clubs. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have some events like this. For example, the days of activity, student activity, Dni Aktywności Studenckiej in Polish. We have 2 times in the year. We had in the October. Next time I can say maybe it will be in, I think, April, something like that. Around maybe this. It can be later, it can be earlier. It depends. But the student council provide the area that everybody can go there and see how university works in the aspect of students. Like we have Bayer is playing music around there.
What is it? Is it like it is cultural agency, right? Something like that. Bayer.
Yeah, it's Mateusz can tell more about it because he's part of it.
Okay. Tell me more.
I mean, actually, I'm a recruit there. So.
Okay, I see. So what do you do? You play music, you organize these events, right?
Yeah, I mean, Bayer plays music, and because they have their own equipment, and they use it to play music, like to make the event better, because everyone wants to go to the party, and we can make a party with them. So yeah.
Wait a second, you're in both, like you're in the student council and you're also in Bayer.
I mean, yeah, but I'm here just a recruit, so
I see.
I mean, yeah, I just joined this year, so.
So yeah, now let's move to the structure of student council, and I would like you, Mateusz, to explain to us how it works and probably what is the division, because I'm sure there is.
Oh, actually, the structure of the students' council is actually very complicated, and I could like sit there for 30 minutes and explain. But yeah, but just
I don't think we need that.
yeah,
Just-
for sure.
Just
Yeah,
simplify that.
just to sum up, like you have the general students' council, which is divided by some sections and commissions, and there are, like, for example, there's a commission that its main focus is on the promotion. For example, Oskar is, and also I, we are both in the promotion, but there are some other like section that is mainly focused on sports events. The section that I'm in, my main section actually, the culture and projects section, and we just make events. For example, day 0 was mainly our event, but we of course, when we do event, we take people from other commissions to help us, because they know better how to do some certain things, for example, promotion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and the main.
So you've said, yeah, it is general. You have like
The general,
part.
which like does all the things for everybody, for the whole university, right? And then you have the department, students' government, and there are like every department has its own students' council, right?
I see.
And they are kind of independent because they deal with the things only with the department, right? So they also don't focus that mainly on making events or some kind of things. They also focus on the education side. Maybe they help students if they have a problem and something around that.
Speaking of problems, like if a student has a problem, so is it okay if he or she comes to their like this department, student council, and they can just simply tell it to someone?
I mean, yeah, sure, that's good.
That's
But
a good mechanism.
the first option is to just, because not every, but most of the fields of studies have their own leader, and they should come to that leader, and he will deal the problem with if he needs to, of course, with the department students government, because maybe he's got he knows what to do, right? Right, but some fields doesn't have that guy, so then I think it's the best idea. You should go to the department students government, because they are meant to help you, right?
Wow, that's great that we have something like that here, that students can actually, as Oskar said previously, protect their rights. That's good. Yeah, and of course, I need to ask you this question. So, which party is better, general or departments?
I mean.
Okay, you don't have to answer this question. Let's move to another one. So, what about some international students? Do you have any international students in the student council?
I mean, we don't actually have students in the sections that I'm participating in. But there is a new section now, and it's I don't remember the name, but it's a section that is mainly.
As far as I remember, it is something like international.
Something around that. Yeah, and it's
international relationship. I think.
Okay, thank you.
And it's focused on the people that are actually who doesn't speak Polish, because it's like, as far as I'm concerned, they are doing meetings in English even or something, and. If you're a foreigner, right, you don't know Polish and you want to join the students' council, like, it's the option for you. You just go there, and then you could do there everything that you want. I mean, of course.
In the terms of like
exactly.
legal field and and probably like in the terms of the rules of our university.
But if you speak of about people who don't speak Polish, it's the option for them, right?
Yeah, right. So basically, like, any student can join, whether it is a Polish student or an international one.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good. And yeah, by the way, you didn't answer the question, like, how many people are there. So as far as I understand, there are just a few people, right, in the student council, like international students.
I mean, there's not so many of them. Right?
Let's talk a little bit more about that. Do you think the student council needs more people, needs more international students, participating in that? What do you think?
I mean,
of course, there are some difficulties.
Of course. There is a language barrier, right? But I don't know how many people are in the section that we talked about. It is international, right? I don't remember.
Relationships, I think.
Okay, international relationships.
Okay, but of course, if you want to make an event, you need to have some people that will make an event. And I don't know if they have that many people to make actually an event. So yeah, even though the section exists and it's designed for people who doesn't speak Polish, they still need people to make something, right? Because when foreigners want to join other sections or like this department, students' council, it's the problem. Like, the main problem is the language barrier, right? Because not everybody knows English that well. That's and also, like, we have meetings and meetings are in Polish, and it's hard to switch the meeting to English.
Because of some international students.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I get it. So there is an option for them to participate in that. So they can, again, if you're interested in doing something like that, if you're interested in joining the student council, just go to the international section, or probably another one if you're, I don't know, if you do speak Polish. So yeah, anyone can join. That's the most important point here. Okay, so let me ask you, Oskar. So you've mentioned some student rights here in the university. So can you be more specific? What the student council can also do?
There are a lot of things I can say. For example, I remember when I asked this question early in my studies, somebody from the student council said that they can, for example, go when we have problem, like we can pass some exam. We talk with our professor, and professor, for example, said that there's only one term to
To take the exam, yeah.
Yeah, to take the exam. So, for example, our dean's office can't help. The students' council can join us and help us try to their best, because I can say they have more connections sometimes. And try
rule. Continue.
And try to give us another term to pass the exam. Or, for example, if we are defending something, there are some exams that we tag with our professor to pass it. We can ask student council to send their people to just be there and help. For example, if they see that professor, for example, have, I don't know, problems with us, for example, I don't know, they don't like us.
So basically, what you're saying, they can send some people as a like sort of jury.
I can say jury, like they sit and just listen to you
whether everything is okay.
Yeah,
right?
and
during
I
the
can
exam.
say if, for example, you have problems and professor said no, you didn't pass, you can
also like argue your case.
Yeah,
right?
argue your case and take your student council members as your witness and help that, for example.
Wow, that's a useful thing to have. I mean, yeah, especially considering that we soon will have some exams. So yeah, probably we need to consider that option. Okay, I'm kidding. I expect it to be good. So yeah, let's hope it is. It is good and nothing is violated, and every professor will be nice to us. But yeah, still, I'm glad we have something like that. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So we can slowly move towards the end of our podcast, of this episode. Thank you very much for joining me today. It has been a pleasure to talk to you guys, and hope you liked it. And I hope to see you in the future on this podcast. So thank you, and bye.
Thank you,
sir. Yeah, thank you.